School of Life. Thug Life campus. And I say Thug Life because being a fan of Tupac Shakur. But in this episode of School of Life, I'm going to talk about the dangers of love, the dangers of falling in love. I've been listening to to Alain de Botton on his channel, School of Life, and just like a message could be translated into a different language, I believe a message could be delivered with different words for a different sort of culture. Because I think his delivery is it's on point, but to me it's a little too PG for me at times. Just because and he speaks about things that are sort of taboo of the discomforts that we don't want to talk about: love, relationships, happiness, what is joy, the things that we feel inside or ponder at times. And then just different conversations I've had lately with different sorts of people that fell into the trap of marriage, and they fell in love with the person that they found out the hard way it was not the right person for them to make such a commitment to, and as a result either have an expensive divorce, psychological warfare with the kids being used against the kids, and trying to get the wrinkles in my fingers on here. And I think a lot of our problems could be avoided if we merely spoke about them. There are some people that are going to learn the hard way, and no doubt that there are exceptions to the rule. But it's minute, those numbers. It's like millions of lotto tickets are worthless every day, and it only takes some luck to get the right one. And that doesn't mean that you'll never win. It just means that the odds are somewhat against you. So, and people don't want to put those odds up against marriage or relationships. I don't know why. I remember once, this is the last time I spoke to a friend. Went over to see a friend. Hey, let's go out for some dinner, man. I got it. And the wife that I've known for a bit wanted to show her muscle. and she made us wait as she tried on different clothes. To me, I'm not putting up with that shit with anyone, from anyone. If it's clean, if it's ironed is extra, right? If it has been ironed. But if it's clean and presentable, let's go. And to me, it just seemed like a long time trying to pretend that she needs to change outfits. So I just told my friend, "Hey, dude, I'm out of here. I'll meet you. I'll take care of some business down the street. Hit me up when you're available." And the dude never called me because, yeah, I'm not putting up with anyone's. I don't know what to call that. Anyone wasting my time. You can see how much I could do in half an hour here on this video. And it's nothing really extraordinary. I'm glad if you like it, but imagine if I would have have all those times that someone else tried to a waste of mine. If I had used that time to create, to draw, to plan, to market, and how far would I be now today? But I share with you these this opinion, this perspective, so you don't waste time like that. You know, focus on your goals, focus on yourself, because we're trying to, many of us are trying to make up our minds as to, you know what, which ice cream flavor am I gonna eat for the rest of my life, forever and ever, until I grow old and weary. And me, I'm still exploring the flavors, you know, the pistachio, cookies and cream. What's that, strawberry sherbet or cheesecake? What's that called? Cheesecake sort of ice cream. Like that. Heck, I even like yogurt that with the cheesecake in it. But I think some of us feel that we need to I need to grab some ice cream before it runs out. Like, dude, even if you grab the ice cream right now, there's another ice cream spot down the street. Don't worry about it. And you know, you could starve for a bit, you know. Don't worry. I think people just rush into these things a bit without even knowing themselves. And me myself, I'm still learning. I'm not even certain what country I want to live in a few years, you know, where I will retire forever and ever. Will I marry a blonde or a brunette? Right now, you see my money's on the brunettes. I mean, on the blondes for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why I find that sexier. So, if my future wife sees this and be like, "Hey, that was at the moment, right?" But that shouldn't be haunting them. But yeah, and that's funny when there's arguments because of silly things like that. Watching what you say. Alain de Botton had said, referred to him as Alain. He had said that at times there's a point at which you gotta say either do you want to be in love or do you want to be right, in order to avoid an argument with someone that you're in a relationship with. And yeah, that's a little weird for me because but then again, there's also tact that you use. A lot of guys have, well, me, okay, I won't say a lot of guys, but me personally, I could have a lot of random perverted thoughts when I see a chick with some nice curves. Use the imagination, right? But I think of it as a what my biology is, which is to reproduce. And not in a way of like, oh my goodness, I'm sinning. I've just cheated on my girlfriend by looking at that girl that way. And where am I going with this conversation? I'm not too sure because one thing that Alain hasn't said is that what I believe in is that I think some people just should not get married, should not reproduce. There are some. Because they pass on their bad habits of, alright baby, alright young girl, you should be a gold digger too. Whore it out until you meet a successful businessman, a successful dentist, and then trap them with impregnation. Other beliefs that are toxic and effective, just poor, will be passed on to that generation, and I think those are just headaches that could be prevented simply by advising those people not to procreate. that's it for now.